Hi friends, it's Becky and the beads were good again this week. This is a weekly wrap up and chat that I do. It's usually very quick where I show you what I made. We try it on. I talk about whatever I feel like. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. Sometimes I wax philosophical. Sometimes I'm just having a good time and talking about things. But, you know, I tell you how things went, what my plans are, and we're just getting caught up. And then in the description, there will be videos to all of the things that I've made, whether it's videos on my page or videos on someone else's page. It's something that I want to share so that you guys know what I'm talking about. You can go watch stuff that was on my channel or stuff that it exists on somebody else's channel if it's something that I made from a kit or from someone else's design. I love sharing my designer friends and like all of the beading goodness. Like there's room at the beading table for everyone. So I love to shout out my friends. Anyway, let's go down. Let's look at what I made and then we'll pop back up and I will do a try on for you. Alright, so here are the things that I made this week. For the most part, I also made a design from a kit, but then when I was burning off my ends, you can see the loose beads in this little baggie here. I accidentally burned through my thread instead of just burning off the ends after I finished it. So I can't try it on for you, but it is from the Potomac Beads kit box this month. It was a really easy design. There is a tutorial for it and I'll link that in the description below. It's on the Potomac Beads channel, but the kit just came with everything that I needed. In fact, it came with more beads than you need for it. I could probably, if I had another button, make a second bracelet just like it. So it was a really good kit. I enjoyed it. It was a really relaxing make too. I just sat there with my 2 needles and did some bead weaving through all of these beads and caught up on some leverage because I've been doing a rewatch of that. So that's one of the things that I made, but it's not on my bead table because I accidentally broke it when I was finishing it. So that's all right. You know what? I accidentally broke a couple of things this week. But there were some other things that I made and that were whole. I have 3 design on the fly designs that I shared with you this week, and then I have 3 planned designs that I also shared this week. My first design on the fly was this from the Arctic Circle Soft Flex kit. That was the kit that they put together for their TGBE, that's the Great Bead Extravaganza event that happened last weekend. And so it was a lot of fun to watch those events, to participate, to buy some kits from some of our beading friends, but then also to open this up and do some real sparkles. So I made this bracelet with them, and then I opened up my my Adornable Elements, my Beads of the Month Club subscription, and I had these seed beads that are exactly the color, like this one right here. That is the Mocha Mousse right there. It's that pink leaning mid-brown. And then there were these other complementary colors that came in there. This is my 11 Seed Beads of the Month subscription. And so I had actually decided during one of the Seed Bead Saturdays that I was a guest on Danielle Wix's channel that I was going to break out my jewel loom and do a loomed design as an impromptu design on the fly. So when I was done unboxing it, I went ahead and saved that video and started that uploading, and then started recording another video where I took these 3 colors of seed beads and a beading design pattern on my tablet, and we just designed it with me like popping those colors into place, and then I strung my loom and I started my looming and finished it on camera with you. So it was actually like completely designed on the fly, and then I broke my jewel loom. Oh no. But it wasn't until the end, until I had finished doing all of my looming, and then I just finished it with these Allegory Gallery stitch-in ends and added a little clasp, and it is absolutely fabulous, and I'm really proud of it. I am really proud of this design that I made up. on my own in like 10 minutes, something like that. And then it did take a while to loom it, so I had turned off my camera to go finish the looming and then come back to make it all happen. But yeah, I don't think that that's too bad of a job for my first time designing a loomed beading pattern. But you know, that was a lot of fun. So that was my first impromptu on the fly design. This is my second one. And then the third one was when I opened up Sam's bead box. And after I finished unboxing, there's so many pinks in there, but this isn't pink. It's got reds and crystals and these hematite color gold jewelry, and it's just a couple of dangly heart earrings, perfect for Valentine's Day. And it was a lot of fun to make these right on camera with you all. As with like everything, I am going to be putting links in the description to all of the videos that I talk about in this. So if you are wondering if you missed something and want to go catch up on it, check the description. It's where you click more, and then there'll be a list of links. There'll be all of the things that I'm talking about in here. And then my planned designs, because I also like planning my designs. This is a design that I did with the dollar bead box and dollar bead bag with all of these fire polish beads and then some of these check glass and our little watermelon Jolly Rancher rectangles there, and this beautiful butterfly charm, well, pendant bead. And so I made this on one side, I made it sort of asymmetrical, but on the other side it's balanced out with this clasp that I embellished with some more beads. And then the back part of it is strung with some of the lotus color silver silk flat mesh. So it is a really fun, it was a really fun design to do and to make. And then because the necklace has so much going on, I opted for some very simple drop earrings to go with it, also from the dollar bead box. And we did all that in the video that I did. Alright, and then the next planned video that I did was I was going to just start recording it on Friday night, this idea that I had for a design. And then I thought, you know what? One of my friends here on the channel had suggested in a comment that I go live during my late night beading with Becky's. So I hopped on to StreamYard, and I accidentally, I guess it saved the last StreamYard space that I had logged into last. It was Amy's space, and so when I went live, it popped up with her logo on my video, which I'm gonna have to change that, but yeah, it was so much fun to be able to design and to have everybody there on that live with me. And that's this one. It was made with the Dusty Rose bargain bead box. And so I just went through and made these links, joined up some chain. It was a little bit of a chaotic type of tutorial. I kept getting distracted by chat. So I know probably a lot of you enjoyed that, but it was more chaotic than I'm used to when I'm doing these things. And then I just made some of these really simple sort of earrings to go with it, with more of that rhodonite and the pink rhodonite faceted rounds and more of these antique copper findings. That was a lot of fun to make. And then the third planned thing that I made is one that just went live this morning. I was finishing up the editing last night, and it is this bead woven design, again using more of the Adornable Elements clubs. This was my 2-hole beads of the month and my delicate beads of the month, which were the rotating beads of the month subscription for this month for me. And I did 2 different versions. I did this one as an example, and then we did this one on camera. For this example, I just used beads that came in my subscription, which means that it was delicas and the 2-hole beads. And then for this one, I added some bicones to the edges of it, and I also used different color delicas. That's the only differences between these, is the different colors of delicas and adding bicones instead of the 3 Delicas. Another difference is that I added a second loop on the other opposite side for this one so that I could string another little piece of silver silk and make this into a bracelet. So we'll try these on in a minute, and you'll get to see that. But yeah, this was one that it just went live on the channel this morning for this bead woven design, and this is just silver silk capture chain, and I thought it was just the perfect thing to string my snowflakes on. I love them so much. So let's go back up face to face. I'll try these on for you and we'll just have more of a little chat. All right, let's try this stuff on. Bracelets. You know what? I bet these bracelets would stack really nicely with each other. Maybe. I don't know. I think honestly, like the blues and things, those ones will probably go well together. And this is why I like having a dangle, because I can hold it with my, actually that finger is probably better to do that with. I can hold it with my one finger and then pull my clasp up to where the loop is and put it on. That's why I like having a dangle on this type of bracelet. And this was just a 2-strand bracelet that we made with the Arctic Circle kit from Softflex. It was full of sparkles. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And this was one of my design on the fly designs. This second bracelet, this was my bead woven design. And I'm pretty sure that I can get this in here. It's a toggle clasp. All right, there we go. It's a little bit loose. That's okay. I was gonna see about replacing this with a lobster clasp because it's a smaller clasp, but then I forgot. Oh, or just a magnetic clasp. What if I did that? Like a smaller magnetic clasp? I'm gonna do that. Magnetic clasp. Yeah, we'll do that, but there we go. The bracelet. And then the next bracelet was this one from the tutorial that I did today. It's also got a little toggle, but I need to make sure that the toggle goes over. It's one of the ones that's a little bit harder to get through because the actual toggle part is a little long for the hole. I'm gonna switch my my clasp on this too because it's not working for me. I got it to work earlier when I was testing it before I turned the camera on, but of course now that I'm turning the camera on, we're having struggle time with Becky. So struggle time with Becky is not always the funnest. But then we had these earrings from Sam's Bead Box. Ah, come on, Betty. And I have already ordered my extras. They are not here yet from Sam's Bead Box. I love the Ado bead mixes that Rachel puts together. Into the hole, there we go. Do you see how dangly that is? I love it. I'm just doing one of them because I've got other earrings to put in. All right, let's do, ooh, this is the one that you probably have been dying to see in person and worn, and that is this one from the Dollar Bead Box. There we go. So I've got my clasp, and then we're just gonna put this toggle over here. And again, having a side closure makes the jewelry a little more accessible for folks who aren't able to get their hands behind if you've got limited shoulder mobility or something like that. Or, you know, if you've only got one hand, being able to put it on, you know, is going to be a lot easier if it's in front right there so that you've got that. But that is the necklace, and here are the earrings that go with it. Isn't it pretty? It is so, it's like springtimey, but it's pink and it's fantastic and it's beautiful and I love it. Absolutely love it. Ah, there we go. So pretty. And there's more pink, friends. There is more pink, friends. Let's get the Rhodonite set that I made during my live up in here. There we go. And this one's got a behind the neck toggle, not a front closure. And it is longer than I sometimes do. There we go. So we've got that one. Ooh, I like this. I like the way this one feels. I really like that. Then we've got our earrings. Like this. Absolutely love it. And then the bead woven design, the one that I did, the snowflake. I love snowflakes. I've been obsessed with snowflakes since I was little. I used to make them out of paper all the time. I've shared this story before with y'all. Obsessed. And look, I can make snowflakes with beads now. Isn't that amazing? It's a glow up for me. Instead of paper snowflakes, beaded snowflakes. I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's perfect on the silver silk. Silver silk is a nice lightweight chain. So this plus this, it's very lightweight. It's like I'm not even wearing it. But it's pretty and wintry, and especially this week. I have been prepping because I live in Texas and our power grid doesn't always handle the cold that well. So, you know, we're baking a bunch of things so that we've got meals to eat in case the power goes out and we can't cook. We've got plenty of water in case something happens with the water. So what happens when we get these freezing temperatures is because it's not normal for our pipes to be insulated in this part of the country. So, like in other parts of the country where it gets below freezing, it's totally normal. You don't have to drip your faucets to keep your pipes from bursting. But here, it's definitely advised when we get freezing weather to drip your faucet, get some water movement going through it to keep your pipes from freezing and to keep it from, you know, bursting and costing, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars in repairs. But sometimes what happens is everybody in the city dripping their faucets and the ones that don't having burst pipes, it lowers the amount of water that's available for everyone. And so when that happens, they'll be like, hey, boil notice, or hey, don't use water, or something like that. It happened a couple of years ago when we had a big freeze in February. So it's just something. We've got bottled water. We got plenty of water to drink. We've got food in the house. I have been making sure that all of our, we have a bunch of lamps, like just LED lanterns and things. I've been making sure that all of the batteries are good on that. We've got portable power banks that we've got them all charged up. They're ready to go so that if we do lose power, we still have some things. But if that happens, and if there are no posts from me, you know, on Monday night or Tuesday or whenever, I mean, I should still have Wi-Fi, maybe not Wi-Fi, but my phone's cellular data to be able to at least post an update to let you know if something happened or not. But, you know, just in case, you know, it's not, I can only prepare as much as I can. But, you know, it's easy to handle setbacks when you are prepared for them. So, yeah, I'm used to being able to weather things like that. So what else do we have going on this week aside from a snowpocalypse? Tomorrow I'm off work, so I'm going to be probably recording quite a few things. I may intersperse them throughout the week. It's possible that I might front load a couple of videos, upload them, and then just schedule them to get published. Just in case my power goes out. So there's still some spend some time with me sort of things. I am thinking that I might, if power is still there, I might do another live on Friday night, like late at night. We might do that because I really enjoyed it. And maybe it won't be as chaotic as it was. We'll see. Because that was a lot of fun, and it would be really great to like maybe even do it as a regular thing. I can't promise though that it will be a regular thing because my schedule isn't always normal. You know, that's one of the reasons I record things and then upload them, because I can't always guarantee my schedule. When I'm joining somebody else's live, it's a little bit easier for me to say I'm going to join this live or that live. Oh, speaking of lives, joining other people, on Wednesday night I am going to be joining Cassandra at the Beads to Live By Facebook page for a live, and we are going to be playing around with some beads from Beads to Live By. My curated collection is on its way to my house. I'll probably get it Tuesday, along with everything else that's getting delivered on Tuesday. Yay, it'll be lots of fun, and I'm excited to spend some time with Cassandra doing that. And then on Sunday, a week from today, I'm going to be joining Danielle and Neely for Silver Silk Sundays. I'm excited about that because they are two of my absolute faves, and I'm going to get to spend some time with them, and we're just going to hang out and bead. It's like if you've joined any of the Silver Silk Sundays, you'll see it's not like a planned design or anything. It's just two friends chatting, beading, and a third friend getting added to it. Jennifer Miller joined them today, and it was so awesome. It was a really great live. It actually just made my day, you know, to be able to, like, in the midst of all the stuff that I was doing on a Sunday, just to turn that on, just to hang out and watch my friends doing some beading and then do some beading myself. Yeah, so it was really fun to do that, and I'm excited to be able to do that with them. So that's what I have planned coming up this week. I do have several things getting shipped to me that will probably get here Tuesday. So we're going to spread out some unboxings. I'll spread them out so that they're not all at once. But I also still really want to do my Degas ballerina painting and jewelry design that I have been planning in the back of my head, and I haven't actually sat down to paint it yet. So, oh my gosh. Why didn't I think of this? Tomorrow. I'm going to film it tomorrow. I have off work. I'm going to have time. We're going to be able to make art and jewelry. It's going to be fantastic. Okay. All right. That's the plan. I'm going to film it tomorrow. Whether it gets edited and uploaded tomorrow or not, that's another question. Because editing takes time, you know, even if it's just a little. Oh, speaking of editing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I added a intro and outro to my things. A couple of you have commented, and it has been well received so far. Thank you for letting me know that you noticed it. It's just little extra thing that I hadn't been doing before now, and I went ahead and added it, so that's there, and that's good. And then there is a super secret thing that is going to be coming up that I cannot talk about right now, but I will share when the time is right. So it's gonna be really cool, but I will share it, all that information. But if you love pink like I do, I can't talk about it right now. But definitely I will share when the time is right, for you guys to know what is going on. It's a collab, and it's gonna be spectacular, and I'm so excited. I'm zipping it. Okay. Well, and then let's see. Yeah. Okay. So yes, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Ellen would like me to pay attention to her and maybe even feed her a little bit. She slept through her dinner time, so I thought, oh, the dogs are asleep. I can record my catch up now. And then I started talking, and she was like, but Mother, I am starving, Mother. So I gotta go feed my dogs. There she goes. Ellen, what are you doing? Anyway, I will catch up with you. Just to keep an eye on I'll let you guys know if the power goes out and I'm not going to be around for a while. But hopefully the power does not go out and I can share. Oh, I'm so excited about the painting. Painting and jewelry, that's my next thing. Wait till you see it. Until then, happy beading.